Hello, and welcome to Puppy Stories. Today, I'm going to tell you a little story about a mighty, mighty king, the lion, and a tiny, tiny, tiny mouse. But I want to let you know that it's not always that the mighty strong wins. Sometimes the little guy can win. And here's the story. One time, the lion, who's the king of the jungle, the lion who's the king of the jungle, he was walking around his kingdom and checking everything out. And after eating a good breakfast and a good lunch, he decided to take a little nap. He was tired. He was so tired. And he went to sleep. The poor guy, the poor lion, went to sleep. Blah, little, blah, little. Then came a little mouse. And the mouse was going around. And he's looking for food. He's going everywhere looking for food. And he was going on top of a mountain. He thought it was a mountain. He was looking for food because he has a family to feed and he has to take food back to his family. And he was looking for food and looking for food all over. And then all of a sudden, the lion, what? Who's on my back? Who woke me up from my nap? Who is that? You little mouse, I'm going to eat you up in one gulp. You look so delicious. I'm going to eat you up in one gulp right now, right now. No, said the mouse, please forgive me, please forgive me. I promise, I didn't know you were I didn't know you were a lion. I thought I was walking on a mountain. I'm so sorry, please forgive me. Why should I forgive you? You disturbed my sleep. But lion, listen, I promise I'll help you one day. If you spare my life, I promise one day I'll save your life. What? Said the lion. You saved my life? Yes, me. I'm so big and strong. You're so little. How can you save my life? You made me laugh so much. I'm going to let you go. Go. And the mouse ran away. And the lion was laughing. How is this tiny little mouse going to save my life? Oh, this is so funny. He totally made my day. So the lion was walking and walking. And it was getting dark. And all of a sudden, the lion got caught with some kind of a gadget, some kind of rope, and he got stuck hanging upside down in a tree. The lion was caught. The lion was screaming for help. He said, who's going to come help a lion? And he's screaming, please help me. Meantime, the mouse at home was feeding his family and giving them baths and putting them to bed. And all of a sudden, he keeps hearing this noise. And he remembered, yes, that's the lion. That's the lion calling me. I better go real fast. So the mouse came fast. Says, lion, what are you doing up there? And the lion says, I got caught with some kind of a rope and I'm stuck up here. I said, don't worry, I'm going to get you down. How are you going to get me down? Don't worry, I'm coming. He climbed up the tree, goes up to it, and he nibbled, and he gnawed at the rope until the lion fell down. And when the lion fell down, he came and he says, oh, you freed me. You really freed me. I'm so happy. Thank you. And the mouse says, see, thank you for not eating me up. because here I came to save your life. You're so nice. Thank you, thank you. I learned a good lesson. A small person can help a big person also. In the story, it's not always about the big guy winning. The small people can also win. For example, when you had Goliath, the big, strong Goliath, and we had David, the little guy. Now David, HaMelech, who became David HaMelech, nobody even liked him. No one. Yishai, his father, let him eat on a different table. They treated him like a servant, a worse than a servant. His mother was the only one that loved him. Netzvet, she was the only one that loved him. 28 years of bullying, of if anything went wrong in their village, they said David did it. If a sheep was missing, David did it. If somebody stole a jewelry or something, David did it. And they would complain so much to Shmuel Hanavi, come, get rid of this David. He's a horrible, horrible person. But Netzvet, his mother, said not to worry. Hashem is going to help us. You'll see Hashem is going to help us. And the reason David was hated, it wasn't his fault. He didn't do anything wrong. What had happened is that Boaz was married to Netzvet. But then Boaz was thinking that I'm a grandson of Ruth, and maybe the Moabites are not supposed to be married to us, and maybe there's some kind of a problem. So unfortunately, he divorces Netzvet, and he marries a Canaanite, a maidservant. And he frees the maidservants of all her duties, and he says, you're going to be my wife because I want more children. The maidservant loved Netzvet very much, and she says, you know what? My wedding day, you go ahead and be with your former husband. And that's how David HaMelech was born. David HaMelech was born, but nobody knew it. Even Shmuel Hanavi that was supposed to anoint the king, he thought it's going to be Yishai's other sons. And Yishai also thought that one of his sons was going to be a king. But he didn't think that David is also my son, because he didn't know. It was a secret. And here, when Shmuel Hanavi finally came, it was David that became king. And from David, who's from Ruth, who's a Moabite, we get Melech HaMashiach. We're going to get Mashiach coming right now. So David HaMelech was a tiny guy, and Goliath was a big, gigantic guy. David HaMelech fought Goliath, and he won. He didn't fight him because he was strong. David HaMelech won because he was one with God. He transformed his Yetzer Hara to only do good and only be one with God. He was a tzaddik gamor. And Mashiach, God willing, is coming from David HaMelech. So like I said, it's not about the larger one or the bigger one that can win. It's the smaller guy can win. We have a story with David HaMelech and Goliath. Goliath was this big, huge, gigantic, muscular giant. And they had little David go fight him. And David won because David had Hashem on his side. David was a shepherd for so many years. I think 28 years he was a shepherd. And during that time, he wrote to Tehillim, and he wrote about his feelings and praises to Hashem and how great Hashem is. And Tehillim is a very, very powerful prayer, very powerful book for all of us. So David, who was much smaller, was able to overcome Goliath, and he won. There's another example. Shmuel Hanavi. When Shmuel Hanavi went to anoint David, people in that village all thought that Shmuel Hanavi was coming to get rid of David, because the whole village used to complain to Shmuel Hanavi how horrible David was. This kid, he was horrible. His own father, Yishai, kept him in a separate table to eat, and he treated him like worse than a servant. And they thought that Shmuel Hanavi was coming to take David away, because anything that went wrong in that village, they blamed David. If a sheep was missing, it's David's fault. If somebody's missing their jewelry, it's David's fault. Anything that happened, it's David's fault. And they hated him. Now, David didn't do anything wrong. But when Shmuel did come, Shmuel Hanavi, he says, no, I'm not coming for anything except to anoint one of Yishai's sons. And obviously Yishai was so excited, he brought his 7 sons out, and Shmuel Hanavi was so excited he was going to anoint this beautiful son of his, this tall firstborn of his. Well, Hashem says, no, don't look on the outside to find my king. Look on somebody on the inside. So Shmuel Hanavi went through each one of Yishai's sons. And then he was very careful to ask the next question. He had Ruach HaKodesh, and he didn't say, do you have any other sons? Because that would be no. Because Yishai himself did not know that David is really his son. So he says, is there any young boys around here? Na'al, he called him a young Na'al. Is there any Na'al around here, any young boys around here? He says, yes, we have a boy in the field. He's, taking care of the sheep. And Yishai purposely left him out there so he won't cause any trouble. Shmuel said, bring him here. And as soon as Shmuel brought him, Shmuel called David, the little guy. And David was very beautiful to look at, very handsome. He had red hair and blue eyes. And Shmuel Hanavi did anoint David HaMelech. And yes, David HaMelech is from Ruth, who was a Moabite. And she did marry Boaz, and Boaz had Oved, and Oved had Yishai, and Yishai gave birth to David and Netzvet. For 28 years, David did not have a single person that loved him, except for his mother. His mother gave him the power to overcome the sadness that he was facing, the bullying he was facing. But from all the people, Hashem chose David HaMelech to be the king of Eretz Yisrael. And I can't wait for Mashiach to come. And Mashiach is coming. from David HaMelech, and from Ruth, who was a Moabite. A very beautiful person. So, thank you for listening to Bubby's Stories. Enjoy. I hope you listen to some more.